all my money's going to go to fucking social programs and bullshit that ain't going to do crap but turn it into another New York City like when Rockefeller was running this shithole.
This has nothing to do
with color? Yeah. Of course it does. Because his top priority is going to be taking care of poor black people.
Well, let me ask you a question. Does the president have that much power to just take care of whoever the fuck he wants to take care of?
Because guilty white people are going to be more apt to take care of it.
He's not going to do shit for black people. He's not even. What? He won't dare.
Wait till his wife
What do you think he's gonna appoint black people in the office as white people are sitting there with their fucking watching closely Obama eyes?
Of course he is.
Oh, there you go, a black policeman. Like, shut the fuck up.
He's gonna appoint black people in his cabinets and everything.
Really? Why can't he?
And then he's gonna say, all right, we need this fucking social program. It's going to take care of low-income housing, which you could say is low-income housing. Well, it's for everybody. Because the second you say you mean buildings that poor black people live in, that's racist.
But don't forget, Bush had
Wait a minute, What's the problem, though?
Because I don't want to fucking pay for it. I lived in my fucking car. I lived in my car.
So you want to pay for everything that you feel like you're paying for now?
Yep.
You feel is something you want to pay for?
No, of course not. But it's going to be more. You look at my fucking quarterly tax.
With the nigger programs. It's just the nigger programs, the poor Negro programs you're talking about. What about other programs?
Thank you.
And he's not going to just do that. He's not going to just help black people. He's not going to do that.
No, you're right. He's not just going to do that.
He's going to help everybody.
He's going to take my tax breaks that were given to me and take those away.
By who?
So it's even
Reagan? 50 years ago?
Reagan and Bush.
Daddy Bush, not this Bush.
No, this Bush gave tax breaks to fucking
to rich folks.
Not rich folks. People that live in New York City that make $100,000 a year. You tell me. You ask them if they're fucking rich.
They're rich
or if
folks.
They're
$100,000 a year.
$100,000 in New York City is not rich.
Fucking live like instead of living like you got 100,000. Live like 100 there instead of living like 1,000.
No one got this fucking $100,000 a year job by fucking going on welfare or fucking social programs.
Nobody's even on welfare anymore. No one's on welfare no more. Welfare doesn't even exist.
WIC cards, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
It's fucking food, you goddamn gruesome motherfucker. You just helped some guy no one gives a fuck about not kill himself. Can a nigga get a sandwich?
Good. Work for the motherfucking sandwich. Work for the sandwich.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Work.
Dude, look.
Get a fucking job for the sandwich.
If some people, look, like the gas situation, okay, Anthony, for real, doesn't affect you. From $80 a gallon to $160. I mean, from $80 to fill up your truck.
Yeah.
To $120 to fill up your truck.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything to you. Doesn't mean anything to Norton, maybe. Doesn't mean anything to me, maybe. Maybe it's like, I can afford that. But there's motherfuckers out there, dude, that are extra $50 a day for extra $50 to fill up your tank. It's not that they're begging or anything else, man.
You think I'm against low gas prices? Where the fuck did this come from?
Not low gas prices, but the fact that the gas prices aren't going to lower because it's a private sector. I mean, the oil doesn't owe us anything. That's the thing about the oil thing. It's like if you're on crack and the motherfucker goes, you know what? Instead of $10, it's going to be $20. Deal with it, motherfucker. Now, that's what the oil companies are doing. Why do we need brakes? Now it's the private sector. They're fucking everybody. But as people, as humans, it's like somebody, just because they need help doesn't mean they're begging for help. It means you need some fucking help from your country. This country will ask you to go to war and ask you to do a lot of things for it. If you say anything wrong about it, you're not a fucking American. All this shit pressure this country places on you, and it can't help a motherfucker get a sandwich.
I got a quarterly tax bill on my counter right now that is due on the 15th. You fucking look at that thing and tell me I'm not doing enough? Fuck yourself.
I don't know what you make.
I'm doing plenty, motherfucker.
I don't know what you make.
I'm doing plenty.
I don't know if I should be caring about the fact that you want to buy another Shelby.
I should be allowed to. I've made some of myself. Now, fuck me. Fuck me in my ass. I made some of myself. I achieved what's called the American dream. Fuck me in my ass now.
Not everybody who doesn't achieve the level that you achieve is a beggar or on welfare.
I'm not saying they are. But I'm doing my share. I don't want to do more.
Fucking please add.
I don't want to do more.
Can you please add poor white folks to it too? Because you give the insinuation that this is some old black shit. White people are in the same boat, and that's what I don't like. Is that this shit is really not a black and white thing. It's
black people make it black and white thing.
Well, because
they do. It's terrible.
Bring him in.
Oh, why?
Anthony, you are outnumbered today. DL Hughley.
Please. I know DL feels the same way I do. He don't want his tax money going up. Jesus Christ.
He'll agree with me, first of all, because he's black. Second of all...
Man, y'all got your own audience.
Yeah.
Either this or it's a methadone clinic. What is this, man?
Yeah, Fridays we kind of do the live audience
what's
thing,
happening, man?
Friday's the day to come by and check out the show live.
Oh, man.
What's up, DL?
What did I miss?
We're arguing about
just in a heated dispute about Obama and fucking taxes and social programs and my tax money going up for shit programs that don't work.
But you can't control what the government's going to do with your fucking tax money. So just it'll go where it goes.
I don't want it going up.
Well, how does DL fit? I mean, he's making a lot of money.
Here it is. Reallocate where my fucking money that I'm paying already goes, and I'm fine with it. But that isn't what's going to happen.
He's not guaranteeing that shit.
Wait.
My tax shit's going to go up.
What makes you say that? Because
there's got to be all kinds of social programs now that Obama's going to want to put in place.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This is an honest question. Our economy's failing, right?
Yeah.
Tax revenues, are down, and nobody's making any money, right? So obviously, what we're doing hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with trying a new approach?
Because first of all, too much
give
money.
a nigga a chance.
Too
What the
much
fuck
money.
You gonna do?
There's too much money being spent on a fucking war.
Right.
That's the problem.
He's gonna get out
You
of.
know he's not gonna get out of it. He's not.
Well, he's gonna try to.
Here's the
Good
thing.
luck.
I really don't believe. I believe preachers, pimps, and politicians are really all the same motherfuckers. They really are. Like anybody who makes their living off your hopes, your dreams, and your fears, really all the same guy. And this is a job application. This is the biggest job application. I don't know one motherfucker that tells the truth on a job application. When is the last time? You don't even tell the truth on your driver's license. What woman out there really weigh 112? But I think that America has a tendency to pick symbols. They go, this is, like, to me, I worry that he's a symbol. Like, people go, look how far we've come, we elected
He is a symbol, though.
We ain't gonna change shit else. It's like Kmart, we changed the shine, but not the shit in it. That's what we,
that's why I just want a black president. That's why all that other horse shit that trying to find the fucking, like, in Pennsylvania. See, this thing, white people always gotta find a reason to not be racist. Like, you gotta find a reason to just go, I ain't voting for this nigga. It's gotta be some reason why
Pennsylvania,
he can't bowl. But for them, it was like the nigga couldn't bowl. I don't trust the nigga that can't bowl.
In Pennsylvania and West Virginia, it's funny because in West Virginia, let me tell you, first off, a black dude with a cardboard sign asking for change in West Virginia. Like, is he panhandling? I don't even know what he's doing. But in West Virginia and Ohio and West Virginia, Ohio, the Dakotas, even in Puerto Rico, you got to consider she was winning primaries by large numbers, even when they knew she couldn't win. 19% of Americans say, I wouldn't vote for him no matter what. That's the 19% of Americans that come out and say it.
So how many people, how many, here's the question. How many out of the 300 million white people, you figure how many can...
It's not 300 million white people.
There's 300 million white people in this country.
No.
Yeah.
300 million people.
No, 300 million goddamn white people.
Get the fuck out of here.
Look at the fucking thing. I'm not going to just...
That's the whole population of the country.
No, it's not. You're saying a number, and I'm saying a number, and I'm wrong. Fuck that.
Maybe 200 something.
Now, let's just say how many how many of those people do Obama need? How many white people do Obama need to fucking win the presidency? Fuck the racist ones that ain't gonna vote for him anyway. But the guilty, the white people that have white guilt, and the actual decent white people who go, all right, fuck that.
You're gonna get, I don't know,
This is a great conversation.
He's gonna get the Democratic vote.
No, not necessarily. What you think, it's so racist Democrats?
What? Oh, there are racist Democrats.
That will say fuck that?
Well,
when they
he's
go
having
in
a
the
hard time
curfew?
connecting with the blue-collar rural Democrats who grow.
Yeah.
But for some reason, whenever people grow shit, they don't like black people. Like, and farmers and black people, farmers used to love us at one time. I don't know how we drifted apart.
This is great.
Because we're giving away all my tomatoes to WIC programs. We fucking asshole. Goddamn niggas getting my corn for free. It's awful.
But I think people are getting, like, to me, like politicians, I don't even know why you want to be, like, you guys lost the governor just because he hired a hooker. And I didn't even know that was and he wrote a check for a hooker, which I think is, like, that's pretty much a cash and carry business right there.
No right checks, no credit cards, right.
And then you replaced him with a black dude who's black blind, admitted he had several affairs and did cocaine, so he's basically Ray Charles. Like, because when you're blind, you can get away with anything. You mean that wasn't my wife?
That is true, you know, I think he gets away with a little more.
So I think politicians in general, it's to me, America has a problem. Like, Congress's approval rating is down, but you ask everybody, do they love their congressman? And they do. And they're saying,
Yeah, let me. It sounds like you're saying, and it sounds like you're saying Obama, and I agree with this on a level. I mean, you might not be saying this, but I'm not really into it.
What does it sound like I'm saying?
It sounds like you're saying he ain't shit anyway because he's a politician.
Right.
But I agree with it on that level, but the next level that I just want there I just want there to be a black president.
Well,
because you gotta get it out the way.
Watch what you want.
It's gotta get out the way. Okay, listen.
But I agree with
black
that.
quarterbacks.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is the transcendent. What I don't like is any politician telling me how great things are going to be if he is in charge.
But you know it's not.
But I will vote for him.
Jackie Robinson wasn't even the best black baseball player when he came. It's just like what happens is once he's the president, then black people, because black people really we're just one constituency. At least white people can be two things. You can be three things. White, you can be Democrat or Republican. Black people on this thing. We got to be black.
You can be black, a Democrat, or an Uncle Tom.
No.
It's pretty much if you're a Republican.
But basically, we got to be black on this issue so that then we can be cut in half. Because, like, there's enough black mayors for a black person to not have to vote for a mayor because he's black.
Right.
You got to vote for the black president because he's black.
Because you're black.
Just to get this as something that, just like black quarterbacks, there's enough black quarterbacks where a white person can go, this motherfucker sucks. Without being a racist. So you can't go Obama sucks, but you can go to mayor of Detroit sucks.
Well, no, here's what you could do. I think that, just for me, I have a pragmatic kind of view. I don't believe that politicians by nature are good people. I think that they... he to me is one of them. And he to me is one of them. I hate when everybody I hate that everybody's acting like he's not Jesus. He is a politician.
Yes.
And so I keep politicians, at bay. I vote for the person that's gonna fuck over
come
the
on
league.
now.
You are
live. You are live with possibly fuck all the logistics of politics, man. You may be alive, and if he's a fucked up guy. At least he's a black fucked up guy. We need to see a black president.
I want to see a black president.
My
point is, what I don't want is for anybody to confuse the fact. Of course, I'll vote for him because I believe he's the best of what we have. But I don't place any politician in high esteem. He's the best of what we have, and I think that is in America. I think the problem in America is that we don't ever hold these people accountable. We kind of go, I'll vote for you because of this, I'll vote for you because you can make all the promises you want, but you ain't ever got to keep them because of this. The bottom line, this country is in the shape that it's in because people make dumb decisions.
Right.
And they constantly make dumb decisions for all dumb reasons. I'm not saying him. I'm talking about as a nation.
And
we all make because it's basically a dude who's half black running against a dude who's half dead.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you thought, right, and this is as a black man, this is one of those questions, and I'm not one of these motherfuckers go, oh, you're this or that because you. I'm just asking if you thought McCain was really a better candidate.
But I couldn't think that.
I'm saying his politics, if you weighed each of their politics, Obama or McCain, if you weighed it out and you go, fuck, McCain stands for more things. I'm being hypothetical. McCain stands for more things that I stand for. would you vote
Yes.
for Kane?
If I vote,
I wouldn't, motherfucker.
If I believe in somebody, I'm not gonna. You know what I'm never gonna do? I'm never gonna be somebody else I think that for the sake of expediency. Like I think we do too many things because we get caught up in the stream and go. I would vote for a guy who I believed in, regardless of what. I don't believe in McCain. I don't believe in the Republican Party.
Right.
So that
I'm just being hypothetical in terms of.
But it ain't no hypothetical for me. I'm gonna vote what I want, regardless of what. I don't hold.
But how about
You're just being racist.
I do.
You're being completely racist,
man.
Okay.
But I know it sounds great. I just want Look, I don't think the motherfucker's going to change nothing. I don't think it's going to be the black dawn of anything.
Let me tell you, Whitey's point of view on this whole thing, though, is, and it's just what I said, black president, all bets are going to be off. And this is Whitey's point of view. Every white guy is going to say now, look, there's a black fucking president.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
No shit. I'm not shitting you.
This motherfucker got to the presidency of the United States. So can you. All bets are off.
Right.
Go fuck yourself. That's what Whitey's going to say.
Pick your bootstraps up. Look,
pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
You're going to
go to school, whatever the fuck it takes. Whatever he did to get into that office, you can fucking do now.
You
transcended racism.
You invent anything.
What?
To make it comfortable for white folks. This is my thing. I don't want to hear black. This is what I'm saying about black people. We get into this thing where we try to be as diplomatic as you when we're talking, in terms of, okay, look, this, that, and the third, in terms of, the viewpoint. And I'm saying, dude, I just want there to be a black president, just as a symbol, as a symbol of pride. It's not that we've overcome, but it is that a little bit. But you feel like fuck, and this is a black president.
I don't disagree with you, but I'm gonna tell you this. I agree that what you're saying is right, but I agree also that the minute that he gets in office, they are gonna say, "Hey man, you don't need affirmative action no more. We no reparations. I'd rather cut one check than 33 million." And I think that you can't have it both ways. You gotta say, you know what, this is what I want, this is what I signed up for. Me personally, I believe that he is better than McCain because I think he is a more worldly person. Like he doesn't have as myopic a view as McCain does.
How about Armstrong Williams or say a Clarence Thomas was running against McCain? Then I vote for McCain.
If it was Armstrong Williams, then they're the same guy. They're the same guy. To me, look, this is what I've always tried to do. I speak my mind. I ain't got no coalition. I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Right.
I believe Obama is clearly better than John McCain. I believe that. So,
and you do too, right?
A lot of people do. I don't like. No, me. I don't like Obama's stance on a lot. He's too liberal for me. I'm not a liberal guy. I like fucking guns.
And here's what here's what I'm offering to you. This is what I'm saying in terms of this.
I like dope,
this whole
guns,
everything, right, bitches?
I'm offering you.
Then you like, what's the difference? you can shoot a bitch white now.
Anthony just doesn't want to look at that face behind the podium at the White House.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think that is not.
Here's what I'm offering you, Anthony, on this. I'm offering you the black presidency now, so that when you make any statement based not on color, as you claim, quote unquote signs, then I could possibly go with you
without thinking that I'm speaking purely.
But right
racist.
now, somebody said, what if there was a white person said I'm only going to vote for him because he's white? Would that be? If there had only been black presidents. Then if a white person said, boy, I want to see a white president, would I understand?
Yeah.
The fact is, our commander-in-chief has been nothing but old white guys. If Hillary had went through, I'd rather see, just to see a woman president, then you can go, I don't like his politics, and I can go, fair enough. Just like if you go, I don't like Donovan McNabb, if there was only one black quarterback ever, I'll go, you fucking racist. But there's a lot. They broke ground. Now you cannot like a black guy without that. You're not allowed to dislike Barack Obama right now. He's the first black president.
Yeah, because the second you say,
what you're saying is that no matter, honestly, how shitty you thought he was, no matter how. So if it was between Armstrong Williams and John McCain, you still pick Armstrong because he was black?
As painful as that is.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I'd go, it would just be too enormous for me.
You just want an icebreaker. You want an icebreaker.
I'd vote Colin Powell. This is another thing, too. This is what I'm saying. How come Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice aren't black leaders? How come only motherfuckers y'all don't like are our leaders? You understand?
Wait. Because black community, they Uncle Tom. You look at them as Uncle Tom.
We don't appoint our fucking leaders. You do.
You
White people do.
Yes, you do. Farrakhan and Sharpton. No, when is the last time Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell gathered people?
But they're black and they lead.
Because Colin Powell didn't come out and march like a Reverend Al would.
I don't know one black person that thinks Reverend Al is a leader.
But
I don't.
Really?
I personally don't know one person.
Reverend Al does.
I think leaders don't appoint this stuff. That just kind of happens. I think that I can respect Condoleezza. I don't agree with her views. I respect what she's done. I respect what Colin Powell has done. Like, you can't have.
Now, would you vote for Colin Powell?
I would vote for Colin Powell because I think that he's a bright, worldly man who actually understands.
Would you vote for Condoleezza Rice?
I couldn't see vote for Condoleezza Rice. I couldn't see. I couldn't see.
This is why
I couldn't see it.
This is why it has to be a fucking black president, so that you can Patrice, racism will still be there. But at least I can listen to you.
I understand what you're saying.
I just need it. I needed to have
Patrice wants to vote for someone based on the color of their skin and not the content of their character. I love the way you think.
You motherfucker.
Who the fuck said that?
From a black man?
Who just said that? Oh, fuck. Wait a minute.
Don't be doing white tricks with me.
I'm using Jedi. What the fuck? Am I Obi-Wan?
That's
not what you can do for your country.
It's no question to me that Barack Obama is clearly more of my mindset than McCain. If he were not,
what's his politics?
If he were not, I wouldn't have a problem not voting for him.
What's his politics that will go? Okay, I'm voting for him because of his politics.
Here's why I'm voting for him, because I think that he at least has a more worldly view. He's not as myopic and he's not as connected to one mindset. Like McCain in 2000, I loved McCain. I thought he was a smart, independent, independent thinker and who did his own kind of thing. And he was a maverick. I bought that thing.
But is he really myopic though? I mean, he's pretty conservative. He's like a pretty liberal Republican. He's against torture. Like a lot of the things that the conservatives.
No shit, he's against torture.
But the way,
as opposed to what?
A lot of them go with whatever the CIA wants to do.
William is against plungers.
McCain started pandering to the religious right as soon as he got in trouble. Like, he started pandering to the religious right as soon as he got in trouble. If he believes what he believes, that's fine. I personally believe Barack Obama.
He did pander, by the way, when he dropped out of his own church.
I do not. Let me get this straight. I think, and I'm a.
You think he was more qualified than Hillary?
I think everybody lies on their job application. I don't think he was any more or less qualified than her. But I would have been happy with either one. I don't have to hate her to love him. I didn't have to go, ooh, she's so. I didn't have to have, I didn't have to go, ooh, she's terrible, he's great. I think all politicians in fairly low esteem.
I guarantee
is better
women,
to me than her.
Women would have voted. And here's the cutoff. This is the weird thing. The strange thing is, okay, women would have had to choose. Like, okay, if you're a black woman, you would have to choose Obama, like either your color or your gender or whatever that case may be. If Hillary had made it to the primary, if she had made it through as a candidate, I'd have voted for her because she's a woman.
I would never do that. I would never do that.
I just would have to, man.
I would never. You know what? This is so fucking.
It happened to be, and the fact that they were Democrats made it easier. If they were Republican, it would have been.
I'm telling you, I don't believe people died in March and went through all the bullshit they go through, so I could hold some bullshit line in my head. People have to earn my respect. Just like I gotta go out there and earn respect from people. If I don't respect the motherfucker, I'm not voting for him. I don't give a shit what they got next to their name, who they are, what their gender is. And I think that it's that mindset. Really, it's that mindset that got people. People voted for George Bush clearly because they went, I want a guy who talks like me. I want a guy who
but
I
DL,
want a guy who's just as dumb as I am.
Jackie Robinson was known not to be the best, not even the 10 top black players was Jackie Robinson known to be. He was just that nigga, which is Obama. He's that nigga. He got a white
exactly what you said, Anthony.
meaning, he does all the things, all the things that a black guy has to do to make white people feel comfortable.
That's what
he's that guy.
My problem is I don't like people. When white people like something, I tend to go, wow, why do they like them? It's like, I kind of go, wow.
I'm with you, but I'm saying Jackie Robinson had to get in. He just had to get in.
But we're talking apples and oranges. One is a baseball team, which is purely for entertainment. Another guy's going to be ruling the fucking world.
I wouldn't say. And how much of the world is he going to be ruling? How powerful is the president?
I think
the president of the fucking United States.
He's a fucking
not as powerful as a lot of people like to think or think, but pretty fucking powerful.
Somebody can tell him to go fuck himself. Like, he has to get things voted on. He can't just make rules.
Let me tell you something. George Bush was powerful enough to have a fucking war going on over in Iraq.
He had the backing of the country.
No shit. How did he get that? How did he get that?
But he duped Congress into giving him all the power.
It's pretty powerful, isn't it?
That's not power.
Whatever he did was his fucking power.
It was emotions from the country at the time.
Not power?
That's not fucking
power. That is power.
That's manipulation.
Yeah, it's power.
Is manipulation power?
No, you're right.
He has veto power. The president can veto almost anything.
He can say no, but he can't say yes.
He can veto.
He can't just make rules.
He's fucking
But he did, but it was based on
Colin
us.
Powell
it was based on
and
that.
everyone else.
Based on our ignorance and fear.
Right.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say the same thing again.
Thank you.
Never will I ever give my vote to somebody just because somebody tells me. I'll never be pressured to think like anybody
What's
else.
your gut feeling on Barack?
I believe, honestly.
Your gut.
Fuck
all the politics.
I don't know him.
You don't know?
I don't know him. I don't know McCain either, so I'll take the lesser.
That basically you're saying what I'm saying.
No. What you're saying is you would vote for the black person in any circumstances. What I'm saying
Armstrong Williams and all that shit is a tough one, though. Those are tough names. I know. Just to test myself.
How fucked up? This is my thing. How fucked up are you? This is the indictment of George Bush's presidency. How fucked up president are you when the option is we're gonna vote for the black guy? That's when they go, we want the black guy. Your library is gonna be.
He really fucked up.
Oh my god! But I have never believed. I've never believed, and there matters when I believe race is the issue. If you ask me what I think on any number of things, but I will never vote for somebody just because they were a woman or they lived in my neighborhood or they were this or they were that. You don't come to me just having respect just because you walk up to me. I have
you
to
think
know
you'd be emotional if he gets voted president?
Sure I will. To see a black man go through the struggles that he's gone through and the stuff that he's gone through, but I've never seen here's my thing. I've never seen a person so lauded and so it scares me that people are putting you would think Jesus is here and he's a politician.
But could he possibly be the dude? Let's say underneath all of that was Farrakhan Jr.
Okay.
Could he really, let's say if Farrakhan was the president, could he really do what white people are afraid he might do? Could he really?
Well, as a newly patrioted French person, I wouldn't know.
I want to see a split screen of Obama getting inducted and just see like Patrice and Anthony both crying for completely different reasons.
But I tell you this,
it'll be like the OJ verdict.
Just like the OJ verdict. Right. At the time, I believe OJ was innocent when I watched it. Now, hey, it's true. I believe he's innocent. Now, seeing it now, I go, wow, that motherfucker did it.
After that book, If I Killed the Bitch, when he wrote a book called If I Killed the Bitch, and this is what I would have done.
I wouldn't have a problem saying out loud, I believe he did it. Like, but I didn't when I watched the trial. It's very emotional for me. I just kind of went, oh man, they
that's so on. That proves there's a whole different way of looking. Because I looked at that trial and just said he's guilty. Totally guilty.
You're politically savvy, man. You're a savvy guy. You're a savvy guy. Now, but I'm saying, you've never been racially. Things weren't racially motivated in terms of in your life, like the OJ verdict. Look.
Sure.
Things are racially motivated, man. You gotta have this thing. I'm just gonna take that lowest road, if you want to call it, where I'm like, fuck that, man. I want to see the black president because we've lived through some this nigga that's the president now, this goofy motherfucker that's got us in the war. Could he be worse than him?
No.
Come the fuck on, man.
Yeah,
I want to see the black president.
But that's it. I want to see. I'm gonna we get into the same conclusion. You taking the 405 and I'm taking the 6. I believe that he's the best candidate we have now, and I believe that he is better suited for the gig than McCain. Probably because he'll live through the inauguration, but I'm not sure McCain would live through the swearing in. But I would never, me personally, vote for like OJ. I had to believe he was innocent. I had to really believe it, and for whatever reason. And when I learned, when I looked at other things, I went, maybe it isn't what I thought it was. I have no problem admitting whether I'm wrong or right. Race plays a part in a lot of things I do. But as far as me voting for somebody, or as far as me looking at situations objectively, I just try to be as human as possible.
Do you think that the people that fought in the civil rights movement, Jim Crow days and all that, do you think, that they would be happy if he became the president just because he was black?
I think of course. Sure.
So why? I don't.
Well, you asking me. That's apples and oranges.
I'm not
giving anybody anything just because they're anything. Is my point. Nobody ever gave me one thing because I was anything. So I would never give that. He walks the same earth I do, puts on his pants the same way I do. I got to go out and earn respect. He got to earn respect.
We do agree.
He has done
fuck
it. Fuck
him on some level like he's the Messiah.
Yeah, fuck all that.
I'm only talking about a symbol, and not a symbol. It's a symbol of. It might even, like, I always picture, like, niggas stop shooting each other because the black president. Like,
all right, why not? Wouldn't that be nice?
But I'm saying, if he's the black president, it's like, let's just make him let's be right. It'll righten us up just because he's the black president.
You can't have it both ways. Here's what I believe. I believe that if he is president, and we don't as a people kind of go, that is our cue to elevate ourselves. That is our cue. If this dude came from Indonesia, Hawaii, Kansas, I don't even know where he's from. So I couldn't, like this dude, the last time I saw a dude from that many places, he's running from the police. But if he has found a way to connect with America that way, then it is in us all. And you know what? When they take everything away, because that's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to say, you know what? If this cat can do it, all you guys can do it. Now it's a level playing field. We're giving you, this guy's elevated from nothing to the highest position in the world. I think that this is a challenge that we have to kind of accept. We have to kind of go, you know what? The game has changed, but you can't have it both ways.
Well, you got to be the president.
You can't say, I want him to be president and I still want all this other shit. Because you're going to give something up to get. You got to give to get. And I really believe that in this situation, there is not a more, and I don't respond to him because he's a speaker, because I think all politicians speak. I think that he's clearly a more qualified candidate. If I didn't think it, two things. I wouldn't have a problem saying it, and I wouldn't have a problem not voting for him.